business to you?
Oi, hello there.
Oh, I can hear myself. Right, so I thought I'd mic up so I could sort of talk about what I'm doing. I'm currently doing the Pirate's Treasure. So I have stashed the banana. Yep, Wyden's food store. Just trying to remember how the quest worked now. And I should find in here Wyden, and I've preemptively. Oh god, my audio is a bit loud now. Turn that down a bit. Oop, not graphics. There you go, pop you down a bit. And I think I need a white apron for this. There we go, so pop that on.
Hey there.
I've turned around. Looking for a job. I can help out. Where's the character face your way? There we go. Anyways, search crate of bananas and a bottle of rum. Nice. Right, I've got that, so I'm going to put my studded body back on. And I need to return this back to Redbeard Frank. I think his name is. Yeah, Redbeard Frank. Right. Yep, bought your rum. Here's some. Deal's a deal. Pirate Captain, One-Eyed, Hector. Very, yep. Blue Moon in Varrock. Alrighty. Now I think I need to find a chest within the Blue Moon Inn, which is of course at Varrock. Oh, it's raining in. So was this South Asgarnia? Just weird, because I always, the kingdom's called Asgarnia, but that's am I thinking if it's the same place as in Norse mythology, Asgarnia? It always makes me wonder why they sort of chose that name for the kingdom. It's raining in Draenor as well. But I do need to add rain sound effects here. Because at the moment it's a bit mute with the rain. So yeah. Where am I going? Varrock, yes. I did get lore runes from another player, but yeah, I need. What do I need? I think it's 25. Yeah, 25 rune crafting to actually teleport to Varrock. So, in theory, I should maybe after this quest train my rune crafting up, so it stops me running everywhere. 'Cause I swear, doing these. How many quests have I done so far? I've done 5 so far, so I've been running backwards and forwards like everywhere. Whereas if I had sort of the runes to teleport, I could just go right there and back. We load into Varrock and then straight into the Blue Moon Inn. And I think I need to go upstairs. This quest are pretty much structured the same as Runescape, so I believe it's the furthest bedroom here. And there's a chest. You open the chest and find a pirate message. Alright, where is that? Visit the city of White Knights at the park where Saradomin faces the X marks the spot. Which is now a quest in old school RuneScape, X marks the spot. Probably it's clue related, but yeah. Yeah, I'll run over. it's nice because all these areas connect now. It's not like I'm loading into so many areas. Oh, I do apologise to anyone actually listening. I've got a bit of a sniffle, so I thought my cold had ended, and I was back into sort of recording videos, and it seems to have come back now. So oh, it's 1 AM in the morning in game, not myself. Oh, Lockyer, where are you? The fight of the bags there. I need to restart the server to sort of fix that issue. But yeah. Where am I going? Oh yeah, White Knight's Castle. I was just checking the player list because when you press P to see the players, when it says friendly, it means there's a sort of someone's in the same area as me, whereas elsewhere, yeah, they're elsewhere, so pretty straightforward text, which I like. Ah, I will have to check, but the nighttime music for this area sounds like what I've used for Lumbridge nighttime. I'm 100% sure it is, which I didn't realise, and I've just downloaded the same sort of music track for 2 areas. It's weird. It's normally what I do when I add music to areas is that someone's been here because they've opened the castle door. I don't know why I like closing it, just to like, don't know, keep people out, but then every now and then I come across it and someone's opened it, so right, Falador Park. But yeah, as I was saying, with the area music, I go on the old school RuneScape music map, and it sort of shows you where all the music tracks are for like people. Not people. I need a spade. Really? It shows all the music tracks for like where you unlock them and things. So this nighttime music, I'm fairly certain. No, I don't know. Thinking out, it sounds different to Lumbridge's nighttime music. I don't know. I'll have to go back to Lumbridge at nighttime and see what it sounds like. Right, general store. Hopefully, you sell a spade.
Hello there.
Can I see your wares? Yes, a big ass spade. God, a bit expensive. 151 gold. My God. Right, now I can go back to that dirt mound. And that should finish the quest, I believe. Digging up the dirt mound is finishing the quest. Right, go back to it. You did get the Spartan phone treasure. Hey, there we go. I'll take a screenshot of it because I've been recording all of my quest completes for a video I'm working on, so if you hear the audio dip, it's because I'm zooming out of the game. There we go. So I can't do earnings for chicken and sheep shearer because I can do sheep shearer, but we've got sort of like an improvement on it, which I need to patch in the game. And earnings for chicken is bugged. I can't access Draenor Manor, so I've started those 2 quests, but I can't actually finish them. So what I am thinking is, because I am in sort of Falador, I might do the Knight's Sword, because that's just south end. I have been training my smithing, well, mining and smithing, So I may as well claim like that large chunk of smithing XP. Because I think what did I need? I think I needed like 51 smithing for a rune med helmet. Yeah, I do. So hopefully completing that quest will actually give me the 51 smithing. Right. Do I know? Yes, he is a squire. How can I help? What? Hey, what did I say? Ooh. Oh, I'm not 10 cooking. Oh my god. Right, see if I can do that now. Do I have the stuff on me? I think I do. I was wondering, I thought the dialogue was bugged, but yeah, I'm not 10 cooking. Raw sardine. There you will cook. Right, level 8. I mean, I need some food anyway. My god, I'm burning them all. Oh, come on. I'm burning everything. 40, it's only 43%. Come on. I only need 2 more levels. I mean, I've got shrimp. They should be alright. There. 9 cooking, so I just need 1 more cooking level. Please, I got 4 sardine left. Just cook 2. Hey, there we go. Level 10. My god, that's lucky. Right. Oh my god. Come on, dialogue. Yes, of course I know you are. My name is Koss. How can I help? What do you have in mind? Yeah, so what's the... I need a... was it red berry pie? Right, I don't know if I have the ingredients or not. I shall go to... I'll make a few, because, my god, PTSD from playing RuneScape. You know when you're doing quests and you need, like, cooking items and things like that, and you end up burning it, so I've sort of got into the habit of making, like, 4 of everything, especially because I'm low cooking. So I'm gonna buy 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think I have red berries on me already, but I'm gonna go back to. No, I'm not, because I think I do need to go to. What's his face? I think I need to go. Oh my god, I literally cannot remember this quest, and it's like the most simple quest ever. There is a second, I'll have to read the journal. Try to. I know you go to. You got to get like the map from Virgo, but then you go to the Raldo, you know, the librarian at whatchamacallit, Varrock Library, and then you get the red berry pie. So yeah, I'll go Virgo now because that's what it says. I didn't want to sort of go away to you know, Varrock, then end up having to go back to Port Saran. Or, you know, what's it? Mudskipper Point. Right. Travel down. Oh, we do need some new loading screens. Because that's not the Wizard's Tower. But to be fair, I might redo the Wizard's Tower it used to be. It's a bit bloated inside. There's a lot of stuff, I don't know. It's quite detailed, but it's a bit, yeah. Alright, highwaymen, so I'm going to avoid them. And I think Mudskipper Point is directly south, but there's also some goblins I want to try and avoid, so I'm only low level, so... this is Neverwinter Nights 2, so it works different to RuneScape where if something's hostile, they all attack you. So like all those goblins are red, they're hostile. And it means if I ran in there, all of them are going to follow me. So not just like one of them, you know, it's a multi-zone everywhere. Thinking that I do need to add night music tracks for these areas as well. It's using like a default Neverwinter Nights 2, or Neverwinter Nights 1 I think, nighttime music track. Whereas something I've recently been doing in sort of Kandarin area, so like Ardoing, Yanil, etc., is adding sort of you know, RuneScape music tracks, but for nighttime as well, rather than the default ones. Right, you're far away from home. Yeah, I don't want to know about your KPX. It's going to be forever since I get 99 smithing. None of your business. What do you want? Are you Fergo? Who wants to know? Squire looking for a ceremonial sword. That's what I told him. Don't do handouts. Oh, I need to sneeze. Hello, Wesley. Oh, probably. As soon as you sent that message, I needed to sneeze, and it sort of threw me off. Oh, yo, hello. Hope the runecraft training is going well. Yeah, so now I need to go to Varrock, and I've ran out of my free teleport charges to Lumbridge, so I'm gonna have to run there. So, literally playing Runescape. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, so I'll mute myself a second. There we go. Oh, yeah. I when we first made the servers public, a lot of people loved runecrafting because it was very AFKable, and I think someone nearly got 99 runecrafting in like one go. But that was when runecrafting was like very OP. But I mean, to be fair, at least it's not like RuneScape and sort of being very repetitive. But yeah, I mean, I always imagine mini games like Guardians of the Rift in this project, but my god, that'd be like, I don't know, a bit funky to do. Damn. There's a spell, I don't know if you knew it, Wesley, a mass, what's it called? Mass alchemy? You can essentially like alchemize like a stack of items over time. So yeah, you'll definitely have the nature runes for it. And Kevin added it so elemental staffs don't take up runes now, so get yourself a fire staff when you do that. Right, where am I going? Oh yeah, yes, I need to make the pie shells. Buckets, I need buckets of water, but I need wheat, and I'm obviously right by a wheat field. Telegrab, the mass telegrab spell is also good, and I think that's level 85? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna grab a few, because I feel like I always need like wheat or bread for some quests, so... Right. And there's a, whatchamacallit, fountains outside Lumbridge, so I can use them. And I always use the, do I have red berries? I've got 2. Hopefully that's enough. 'Cause doing a lot of the early sort of like noob quests, you need like these odd items like, you know, cadaver berries, red berries, bread, wheat, like buckets of water and things like that. Like I just did Prince Ali Rescue, and you need like ashes and a bucket of water, so there's a lot of things. So I just sort of collect it all, like those woad leaves as well. Running in the fountain. Oh, and you need them to make blue dye, so I'm always collecting them because I think whenever I get round to doing Recipe of Disaster, you need like a blue dye for makes what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. You use a dye on bread or something. Yeah, it's part of it. One of the like funky ingredients for the soup compromise, the slop compromise or something. Right, oven. Dough. I know I actually need to make the dough first. Where's my buckets of water go? Right, soggy bread, so I don't want soggy bread. Oh, wait, no. What am I thinking? I don't have the pie dish. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I think that's in, oh my god. I've tried to play a game that, like, you know, RuneScape has, like, the best wiki in existence. And now I'm trying to play literally the thing I've created, and I can't remember where things are. Pie dish. I think we added them to the general stores of like everywhere because they were annoying to find. So I'm hoping they are here. Can I help you? Yes. Bowl, cake tin. What the fuck? Why is there a fucking? A bowl, a cake tin. Where on earth can I buy? Can I craft one? My god, I'm doing like the caveman strat. I don't think the chef sells them. Level 7, okay. Screw it. There's a there's a place in Draenor which has a pottery wheel. So what am I doing? My god. The Knight's Sword. I need to make red berry pies for Fergo, but I'm trying to sort of like make it before the actual step, so sort of preparing myself. But yeah, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way of actually making my own pie dish. Alright, it's in here. Loom, pottery wheel. I need to update that model because that's an old wheel, old model. Pie shell. There we go. Right, I will make 2. Clay. I need the red berry pie to convince Virgo to make the blue right ceremonial sword. So yeah, I need the pie dish to mix. Whatchamacallit? I need the pie dish to mix the pot of wheat and bucket of water. I don't think you make the actual pie itself at the because I'm pretty sure we. What am I thinking? Right, pot of flour, bucket of water. What am I getting wrong? So I'm sure we recently changed this, and I can't remember what we changed it to. I really didn't think I'd get stuck on trying to make dough. My god. Don't I have to find like a GUI for it? Hold on. Logs. Fire maker. Dough. No. Has to cook for pie. The flip. Oh my god, get out of the fireplace. bucket of water, clay, bowl, bucket, jug, vial. Go to a sink. Right. Gerald YouTube. Hello, Gerald YouTube. You're a moderator. I didn't even think we had moderators. But yeah, that's ringing a bell now. Gerald, your guess is as good as mine. I, yeah, we rarely stream, so I don't think I've personally ever made anyone a mod. There we go. No. Dough preparation. I thought we clicked this before. Ah, pastry dough. No, Neverwinter Nights 2 has day and night cycles. Under our mini-map is the clock. So it's 7 AM in the morning, so if I was to go outside, you'll see it starts to get a, what do you call it? Daytime. Right. There's a larger sink down here, which is an interactable. Ah, my God, I just want to make dough. Is this bugged? Sink, right. Uncooked pie. Pies, pizzas, pie shell. Let me just... No, it's because I don't have the pastry dough. What am I missing? Is it not on the UI? What would you like to fill? No, I don't want to fill. I'm trying to use a bucket. I don't know why this is working. Okay, to anyone, to the people watching, I test these quests so many times before they're like released, and this is a very old quest. If I bring up my quest journal, these are all the quests I have. Because I've started it, it's now sort of in the amber zone, and these are the ones I've completed. But in the inactive, these are all the quests we have. We have over 100 quests. And Knight Sword is like 5th quest or something. And it worked. It's, yeah. I think it's just the bucket's sort of like bugged. And it's got like the wrong code attached to it, I want to say. Yeah, it looks like it's bringing up the fountain UI, and it's not supposed to be doing that. But we changed this as well recently, I swear. No, because I can't get the pastry dough. Yeah, I've just used the potion, this is what it is. I'm trying to remember, because me and Colton had a discussion about it a few months ago, and we did some tweaks on cooking, and for the longest time possible, people were making pie dishes. So as you saw, I just crafted these from scratch, and I made a pie dish. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't have. No, so the issue is I can't make the pastry dough. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna explain it from the top to sort of give some context onto it, and also to the guy asking about the day and night. As you can see, it's now turning morning, so it's coming bright time. Bright time? Daytime. My god. Literally, this is frying my brain, I can't even talk. Right, so, I'm going to move away from the spamming NPC as well. Right, start from the beginning. For forever, whenever you used to make a pie dish, like, as you saw, I took soft clay to a pottering wheel and made a pie shell, then I cooked it. How it used to be is you'd get a pie dish in return, as you can see. And I remember saying that that's wrong, because, you know, a pie dish is the pastry within the dish already, it's not a pie shell. So we sort of tweaked it so that you actually get the pie shell or something, then you put the pastry in the pie shell. But there's something obviously not working here. But I think it's the bucket playing up because of so yeah, that's the pie shell. So it says you need one pie dish. Do you know what sink? That one wasn't working, and I can't remember what it was actually asking me. I think it was just the same pop-up as the bucket. See, this is just asking me to fill things. Let me see if I can get a bowl. See if, like, the bowl is working differently.
Hey there.
Right. Empty bowl. Right. Where are you? Even that's bugged. I'm having a meltdown. Right, I'm probably gonna have to add Night Sword onto my next sort of to-do. How long have we been doing this project for? 14 years, and as you can see, we can't even make dough. Nah, honest to God, this is a very new bug. I'm gonna have to turn down the music a bit just to explain this. Right. There we go. Yeah, so this is a very new bug, so I was trying to say, we're trying to fix how you'd get a pie shower and pie dish. We tried to remove the jank, and it seems like that jank hasn't worked, but yeah. But yeah, we've been doing this project since 2012, so yeah, 14 years. And this is a very new book, so I'm gonna have to move on to the next one. Demon Slayer. I mean, I can't even do Vampire Slayer because I can't get into whatchamacallit, Draenor Manor. I might actually just go and do some like other noob quests like Monk's Friend. I don't have the Thieving for Tribal Totem or Clock Tower. Possibly Clock Tower. Only because, yeah, I'll go do them. I'm gonna rest up so I can get my book charges. I mean, I might just go to Rock Crabs, train there for a bit, because I'm a bit low level, so. Gerald, if you don't mind me asking, what is your username sort of in the project? I was just curious, sort of like, maybe I have made you mod in the past or something. But the name Gerald is sort of new to me. Oh, sorry for sniffing all the time. It's one of the things I hate about this microphone. It literally picks up everything. When I'm making videos, it's like I'd scratch my forehead and you can like bloody hear it in the audio, and it's so awful. So I do apologise for all these odd noises and sniffies. Sniffling, you know. My old headset for like was like some £10 Amazon headset, and it broke, so I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to upgrade it. My Blue Yeti, which I bought for the project years ago, broke, so I thought, you know, I need a new headset, I need a new mic, I'm going to combine them, but yeah. Can anyone try this out freely, or is this isn't out yet anyway? So we run a server you can access 24/7. You can join our sort of Discord to sort of get more information about it, but you do need to own Neverwinter Nights 2. That is sadly out of sort of like our control. If it was in my control, I would make this. I mean, yeah, it is free anyway to actually play the server in the project, but you just need Neverwinter Nights 2. You can not the enhanced edition. We aren't compatible with the enhanced edition yet. To be fair, the enhanced edition is quite buggy, so God knows when you'll be able to. So I'm also trying to think of someone else, but yeah, as long as you own Neverwinter Nights 2, I think GOG sells it for like £15 or $20. It's an annoying price, and I feel like that is a major deterrent on sort of people trying out this project, because I mean, it's you know, it's not a lot of money, but to play a game like a fan-made project, it is a lot of money in that terms. All I can say is that we have been developing for 14 years. Like, we've got 3 people online at the moment, and we were pumping updates out every month. So, you know, you could trust our sort of loyalty on, you know, producing something. So I'm gonna head over to Cafe B. But yeah, I mean, when I started the project, GOG sold Never Tonight's 2 for like £8 or like $10, so it was like really cheap. But they've increased their prices so much. It's such an old game. It's from 2006, and they're selling it for like nearly $20, and it's mind blowing. Especially with Enhanced Edition coming out, and like, you know, Enhanced Edition is the new version. Enhanced Edition might be $30. I'll type it just in case, because I know there's a lot of people have got confused in the past. They thought it was like the Neverwinter MMO, but there's also Neverwinter Nights 1, Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. Now there's Neverwinter Nights 2 Enhanced Edition, but we are on Neverwinter Nights 2 Vanilla. It's no longer on Steam. My version is on Steam, 'cause it was on Steam many years ago. But yeah, thank you, David. We, as you know, 14 years of development. We spent a lot of time sort of building this and modeling it. We use some custom model. Well, we use some Neverwinter Nights 2 models, but we use sort of custom models as well. So this is a Mithril med helmet and Mithril daggers. So we do try and keep the retro look of you know, RuneScape and like old school RuneScape. So yeah. Where am I going? What am I doing? You know, bloody pastry dough sort of throw me off guard. I think, to be fair, if I started Recipe for Disaster, yeah, yeah. To be fair, I was going to whatchamacallit, rock crabs, and I ran the complete opposite way. But yeah, you can see some combat. I mean, there's some goblins over there. I'll just show you some ranging at the moment. But one of the things I've been working on is a crossbow, because my character is a rogue. So rogues are very, you know, sneaking and stabbing, etc. So I'm using daggers. My sort of second weapon of choice is a bow. This is a willow short bow. But I presume people know RuneScape. A lot of people who watch us are, you know, from RuneScape. So how this works is I'm a level 6 rogue. So imagine this is like on a 1-to-3 ratio. So because I'm level 6, 6, 12, 18, imagine I'm like level 18 to 25 combat in RuneScape. So if I was level 10, no, what do I say? No, it's a 1-to-4 ratio, so what's that, bloody 6 to 8, so yeah, level 20 to 30, so mithril tier at the moment I am. If I show you the combat guide, so yeah, level 6 is mithril, level 10 is rune, Fremennik helmet, granite is 12, dragon is 14, Barrow's armor is level 20, Bandos armor is 25, and ancient is level 30. Yeah, funny enough, David, it's one of the things I like to do. To sort of, it can be a bit annoying trying to explain the whole like level 6, because if you think of a level 6 in RuneScape, that's like absolutely low level. It's only because it's a bit hard coded in Neverwinter Nights 2 where the max level is level 30, but I've always wanted to do like a conversion where we just update it visually here. So if you were level 6, it actually says, oh, you're level 40, for example. But yeah. So I've got a willow short bow, some steel arrows. I'm just going to shoot some goblins. It is a bit like turn-based of old school RuneScape. Oh god, this goblin's coming in. I thought I'd have killed it before it got to me, but yeah. We had like a major combat update. Not evolution of combat before anyone says, but like a whole rework of our combat. And we made it more like turn-based, similar to old school RuneScape. There's not, so special attacks are a bit not in the, it was on the developers to do, but it's sort of, yeah, a bit, I don't know what to say. it's on our sort of like back burner to do. Yeah, funny enough, you know, RuneScape has like tile-based range, so like I think like a traditional longbow is like 7 tiles. You know, RuneScape's very tile-based. But move over here. So I'm gonna try to see how far I can actually go. So maybe here. There is like a very large range to actually shooting things. So yeah, that's like a lot further than what you could actually shoot in, you know, RuneScape, old school RuneScape, things like that. But yeah, so that's combat. But I'm going to head over to Rock Crabs, because I think, yeah, we've set them up to be pretty much like RuneScape, where they hit terrible but give some nice XP. Bear with me. Right. Sorry, I was just reading messages off stream. Oh, where am I? Where's my stream? There we go. Yeah, to be fair, I should have. I don't know. I made this account with Colton. We were doing sort of like a gameplay series, and my other main account was also a rogue, and I had just completed Fremennik Trials. So I did have a liar. So this guy's sort of like new, but the whole point was I wanted to sort of do a video from start to sort of, you know, hopefully the end. By the time I think I mentioned it in the last video, like I want to do a whole series of like the project, just so, you know, in the future, if, you know, I pass away or the project gets lost or something, any like that, there's like okay, maybe I won't explain this while there's like floating fences, but you know, I want like, okay, that guy's gonna follow me, so I'm gonna kill him quick. There we go. No, I'm never passing away. I'm gonna live forever. So, but you know, as I was trying to say, like I wanted like a whole gameplay series of like, what do people say, like a digital footprint. So, I want to like, yeah, a whole gameplay series of the project. So if I ever lose a project, if I ever die, you know, or you know, anything could happen. I would like sort of the history of a project to exist, you know. we've spent. No, David, it's an if. Like I said, I'm gonna live forever. So, um, but yeah, I just want the digital footprint on it. So of a project. Right. Coming up to rock crabs, and this is also a sort of recent area I've merged. I haven't done a video on it yet, but yeah, these two areas, never existed, but now they do together. Right, where am I? Right, rock crabs, level 8. So they are the same level as me. It says they're impossible only because they are much higher combat level. And I think there is a hobgoblin over there, which I could cheese. I was gonna say, don't let me die to like a rock crab. Oh my god. Very good stream. You've been, watching me live bloody, whatchamacallit, live bug test. Alright, so he gave me, yeah, bloody hell, 294 experience. Someone's after me. It's another rock crab. No, I'm the 1 in a million where I live forever. Yeah, they don't hit high, so that's good. I mean, I might not camp here forever. Just get like the odd level. But a nice XP. You never know. Vampires from lore-wise, come from somewhere, who knows. I mean, every time I've gone to the doctors, they always have difficulty finding veins, so...
Let's make this quick.
Yeah. Who knows, Hey, level up, nice. I can show you what leveling up looks like. But as you can see, what I was on about with, like, the whole, oh my god, sorry, I'm talking about my immortality and trying to explain combat as well, right, yeah, I'll show you what leveling up is like, but, yeah, I'm gonna have to move away because I'm about to dive out. I'll kill this guy. I'm not going to loot these guys, because I think they're a bit crap loot. Then I'll sort of get back to questing, yeah, fuck it. I don't want to die to, go on, move that way. I don't want to die to a rock crab. Yeah, they've gone back away. Right. So, bosses, we have a good amount of bosses in the game already. If I open my inventory, we have a collection log, and you can sort of see all the active bosses we have at the moment. So we've got the King Black Dragon, Calphite Queen, Obor, Crazy Archaeologist. Before I bloody skim through them all, these are sort of the items they drop. So, yeah, I have no boss kills whatsoever, but normally it shows you, you like kill count and things like that, and once I get, obviously this is a dragon visage, or visage, once you unlock it, it sort of, shows the actual image pop up, so KBD drops the visage, dragon pickaxe, dragon crossbow, and the KBD heads. The heads are used to upgrade the, Slayer helmet as a cosmetic, so yeah, I mean we have Slayer helmets as well, so yeah, Calphite Queen, Obor, Crazy Archaeologist, Crazy Fanatic, Scorpia. Scorpia is sort of like a bit custom content. I know it's in old school RuneScape, but we've sort of put it elsewhere near the desert, and it's sort of associated with a quest. Callisto drops a ring, Venenatis drops a ring in the shield shards, Odium and Malediction wards. Obviously the Dagonoth King, so we've got Rex with the rings and axe. So obviously we have short bows and long bows, so we made both Circle short bow and Circle long bow. Jad, so obviously Fire Cape. And I think we set it up so if you kill Jad again, you can either choose a Fire Cape or an Onyx. So it's sort of, you have a reason to go back to Jad. Then we have the God Wars of Krill, General Grador. How armor works in Neverwinter Nights 2 is you don't have leg armor, like leg slots. If I show you my character, so we have the helmet, cape, amulet, arrow slot, and then the bolt slot, so you have 2 slots for ammo. Main hand and half hand, so you can dual wield. Body, or armor. Waist, so that's like about. We don't use the waist for much. We use it for like cosmetics. So here's like a light oil lantern, and that just gets added to my waist slot. So it's like a lantern belt. Gloves, boots, and you have 2 ring slots. So yeah, you can equip 2 rings, which is nice. It gives you a bit of diversity rather than just 1 ring. So yeah, so armor, as you can see, I've got a studded leather body. If I unequip it, it counts for both my body and legs. So yeah, it does that. Honest to God, I feel like I should stream more because I want to make videos explaining all these mechanics, but as I say, I am literally a professional yapper, so I think it would take me 1 hour to sort of like talk through that simple mechanic, but like how the game works. But streaming feels so much easier when people ask a question. I can, bang bang, give the answer. There you go. You're leveling up, so yeah, I'm level 6, so now going up to 7. So we have class. I say we, I mean like Neverwinter Nights 2 has classes, so I'm a rogue at the moment. If I go back, I can't go back after I've trained. I can cancel out of it though. So we have Black Knight, I can't choose because I'm not evil. Fighter, Ranger, Rogue, White Knight, because I'm not good, I'm a neutral character, and a Wizard, so I'm a Rogue, I'm going to stick to Rogue. Skills, skills are a part of default Neverwinter Nights 2. You can't level up your skills this way, so you just click recommend. What it does is it adds to the Neverwinter Nights 2 skills in the background when you click recommend. So as a rogue, I can sneak. So these skill points are sort of adding into that sneak. So it's just how it's set up. Yeah. So sometimes every so often as you level, you can choose sort of like feats and things like that. Apologies to the guy who asked about special weapons. I'll explain. Don't want to talk to you. So yeah, it was on sort of our to-do list to add special weapons, but we have it in a passive sense. So let me think of a good. Yeah, let me just head over to North Kandrin. My God, I really rushed this area merge. I need to tidy it up. But yeah, so let's take the Bandos God Sword because I think that's a bit of an iconic spec weapon. It drains people's defense. So, your spec, it takes like 50% spec, and then you it drains a person's defense. So special attacks don't exist, but they exist as a passive on the weapon. So if I was using a Bandos God Sword now and I was attacking a boss, the special sort of effect on the weapon drains the monster's defense. Thank you. It's I don't know. I feel like I yap. I mean, I do it with my work and in real life as well. It's just who I am. I always apologize for it, but it's getting to a point like I can't apologize enough. So um yeah. The blue circles, Gerald, they are area transitions. So think of RuneScape, it's very open world, you can run everywhere. Neverwinter Nights 2 is built up in areas, so if I open the current area where I am at the moment, which is North Kandrin, so think like Seer's Village, the Rangers Guild, the Legends Guild, the Sorcerer's Tower. So the world in which you've been seeing me play is built up into these areas. And these, I'll show you one here. These blue circles, got a power thing, and it's something in my settings I need to turn off, and I never get round to it. So these sort of circles on the floor are area transitions. So as you can see here, if I spin around, you can see my guy sort of like cursor here spinning around just to show which direction I'm facing, I'm at the edge of a map. So these area transitions are essentially loading you into another area. So if I click it, it says Ardoing, so you know where I'm loading into. You know, it puts you into a loading screen, and it loads you into the area. So that's what they are. They're area transitions. As you can see, Ardoing. Some areas are small, and some sort of aren't. You know, it's one of the major things we've been doing recently is merging a lot of areas together, which has been sort of nice. Why Neverwinter Nights 2? Good question. Well, I feel like it's a valid answer as well, in that I used to play Neverwinter Nights 1 a lot, so like, what's it from? I said it wrong in the video once, from like early 2000s, and I started to recreate RuneScape in there, and I'll see if I can grab a link and paste it. So I used to, sorry, I'm out of the game at the moment, so I think the audio stopped. But which one should I do? So yeah, I'll do this one, Restless Ghost. So right, if I paste that in the chat. So that was when I did Neverwinter Nights 1. And it started out, I mean, oddly enough, I was making Oblivion in Neverwinter Nights. You know Elder Scrolls Oblivion? I was trying to recreate that in Neverwinter Nights 1, and I thought, like, why? Elder Scrolls Oblivion's, like, very open world, and I thought, this is, like, a massive downgrade, pulling it in Neverwinter Nights 1. Then, like, Neverwinter Nights 2, I knew it existed, but I tried to use it once and it was like very complicated. And I don't know, I think I eventually just sort of learnt to use it. I recreated Lumbridge, which if you go on our YouTube channel and search by the oldest videos, you'll see like half a tour of Lumbridge being made. And yeah, so I've said I wanted to do a video on this as well, so Neverwinter Nights 1, I mean, Neverwinter Nights 2, sorry. As you can see, it's pretty... You can see far, so I can see like a tower over there. I mean, Ardoin's quite a small area, sort of like, use an example, but you can see far away. So I was playing RuneScape 2 at the time, and RuneScape 2 had that very thick fog. Like, you couldn't see, like, down the path, as an example. So building it in Neverwinter Nights 2 was like a massive upgrade because you could see so far. In my opinion, it was better graphics. I mean, this game's from 2006, and I feel like the graphics still hold up. Yeah, it was just... So that's how I got to use Neverwinter Nights 2. But also, we're not trying to recreate, like, the wheel. It was more of just building lands in Neverwinter Nights 2 just to see what they look like, to give another perspective. And then people wanted to sort of like hop on, you know, oh, I want to explore the areas too. And it sort of just snowballed in a way. We built the lands, then we started testing skills. We tested combat and loot. We use a lot of community mods, so like to make people spawn. You know, if you kill a goblin, how do you make that goblin respawn? So a lot of that was already recreated through community mods. So it's the best way to describe it, and I'm sorry I'm yapping again, is that a lot of it was given to us. A lot of these buildings you see, me moving, is all part of Neverwinter Nights 2. So we're not like, if we were doing it in Unity or Unreal Engine, I'm not coding for like 10 hours to make my character run, things like that. It was very relaxing to develop. I mean, it still is in a way. built so much of it, 14 years of development. So as you can imagine, like 2, 3, 4 people building an MMO, it is so overtly complex. Things go wrong all the time, things go well, there's major ups and downs. But yeah, so hopefully to answer your question, it was just easy, it was relaxing. I have always said this project is like a canvas. I always treat the project as like an art project. We're not trying to get a large following, we're not doing this for money, we're not doing this for fame. It is just fun to do. It's fun to develop a world of our own. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. The next question I saw was, would there be legal issues? No. Um, I honest to God, I'm gonna honestly come out with it and say it blows my mind. I mean, I don't know how to word this in a nice way. Sorry, Gerald, this obviously isn't aimed at you, but like we literally have a legal contract with Jagex, and Jagex has even said we are like the first ever approved RuneScape community project. Like that is a major news for us because that allows us to do what we do, and this contract formed in 2016, so it's literally I think it was like August 2016, so not like officially 10 years, but you know, we've had this contract for 10 years and it is indefinite. So, but you know, RuneScape 3 and primarily old school RuneScape is massive, so it's always felt a bit like, you know, we're like this official RuneScape community project, but I mean, we did a massive shit job of sort of advertising ourselves. Like, our schedule upload was horrendous, things like that. So, but it, you know, it always blows my mind. Like, obviously, no offense to you, Gerald, is that people always ask, you know, legal issues. People try and be a bit snarky about it, like, oh, well, you know, I can't wait for you to get sued by Jagex. But it's like, we literally have a contract with Jagex, you know. It's like, how many, you know, there's like content creators with like 400,000 subscribers, you know, really massive in the RuneScape scene. It's like, we're like the only ones with a contract that allows us to do what we do. And I'm not saying that like an ego thing, but it just blows my mind that Jagex rarely contracts us out, and God knows if they've actually done it with anyone else, but I think even after 10 years, we are still like the only fan-made project of RuneScape, and literally have a contract doing it. So yeah, sorry, Jared, I hope that answers your question. I sort of went on a bit, but yeah. So just to sorry, before I go on to the next question, just to go on that bit, Gerald. Jagex's primarily, I can't talk now. Jagex's primary reason to sort of approve this is that we are only a fan project and we're doing it for fun. Yeah, like I said, we aren't doing it for money. Jagex realised that, so they were very sort of like on board with us because yeah, I think in the contract ends if we start like selling things and trying to purposely make money. I mean, we have a Patreon, but that's purely for like server costs and things like that. I think, Christ, we get like $5 a month from it, but you know, that's how the contract exists, and essentially what the contract means is, like, for legal reasons, I can't explain most of it, but it essentially lets us do what we do. We can use RuneScape assets. If you look in my inventory, we've got all the images, we've got the music playing, we've got the names. But yeah, so that explains why we're allowed to do with it. If we were building this in Unreal Engine, then I think Jagex would have had sort of an issue with it and said, actually, you know, don't do that. Because can you imagine if like we started this in Unity or Unreal Engines 14 years ago, and we are literally built this whole MMO, you know, with giving it free, you know, for players to play and things like that. Jagex would have shut us down ages ago, but because we are through another game and not for profit, yeah, that's why. Blimey, there's a lot to talk about. God, like I say, I need to stream more so I could just get all my knowledge out of my head and just rant and talk and yap. So I appreciate you guys asking these questions, honestly. So, um, oh, I'm gonna pronounce your name so horribly. Uh, I can't. 5508. That's what I'm gonna call you. Sorry. If there's a name I can call you. Um, yeah, I think Colton's just answered your question, but so if I could maybe show you an example, is that what am I thinking? I will show you. Yeah, I can actually show you Yanil because we're here. So graphics are good enough for the aesthetics. I agree. I vibe with this. So did you scale the towns up because they are a bit cramped in main game and this looks so open? Surprisingly not. A lot of our pay-to-play area. So to add context, when I say pay-to-play, I mean in the terms of RuneScape's pay-to-play. So like, you know, members areas, Yanil are doing. Everything is free to access in our project. As long as you have Neverwinter Nights 2, you can access everything for free. We charge absolutely nothing. So, in the terms of scaling, this is why sort of the project came to be, is to see the game in another world. In that, yeah, a lot of the pay-to-play areas are on a one-to-one scale. I mean, I've showed the tool sets before, but the tool sets are sort of tile based. But you know, I move around with WASD, so the game's not tile based, but the tool set is tile based. So that allows us to build on a one-to-one scale. So here in Yanil, you know, it feels a bit open. I mean, the trees are tall, so they, you know, tower over you. But yeah, this is one-to-one. If you were to measure, I think that's Bert's house to the dragon. I forget what it's called, the Dragon Inn in Yanil. The tiles are the same distance, like that is the same distance in gap. So it is on a one. It's something I'm really proud of. Is that, you know, we are on a one-to-one scale with the movement. I I feel like I should change the stream's name from doing some questing to like Yapathon or something. So, but yeah, it's um there were some areas like the old pay to play, free to play areas like Lumbridge and Varrock. They were upscaled. So Varrock used to be very open, very wide and large. Um, but what we've been doing recently, you can see the previous videos on it that, you know, we've merged Edgeville and Varrock together. So I've recreated Varrock, but this time I've sort of recreated them on a one-to-one scale. It is, Colton said, you know, we've added some law reasons for sort of changing sort of the scaling of some places. One of the I mean, I don't want to get there now, but is we extend. There's like a new area south of Lumbridge, and we extended the Shanty Pass. So in RuneScape, it's called the Shanty Pass, which is like a literal gate to access the Caridian Desert. But we sort of turned it into this massive chasm. So you know, I think the reason for that was like we didn't want Lumbridge Swamp being right next to sort of like Lumbridge Castle, so we made this whole new forest and added like goblins, hill giants, you know, new training spots, new like willows and oak lock, you know, trees and things like that for people to train. Yeah, so I'm just going to read some comments. Du, 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 du. Right. Bear me a second, so I'm just reading some comments off stream. Sorry, I've gone all quiet now. I completely forgot I was even streaming then. So please bear me 1 second. I just talk to someone. Fuck it, I'll do it another time. But just want to type this message. My God, I'm so unprofessional. uh, Right, right. My God, sorry about that. Where are my questions? Right. Hello, Alex. Uh, Gerald, that has been sort of. I really should show our to-do list because my God, it's so massive. So, um, honest to God, if anyone literally wants to help develop this, I'm bloody begging it this time because our to-do list is so massive. Yeah, a world map is something we've talked about before. It can be difficult because sort of um I don't know if I can show you actually. What is my screen captured on? Right, bear me a second. Now you've asked. Right. Give me a second. Uh, what can I show? I'm gonna show like the completely wrong thing in a minute. I'm gonna like completely dox myself. So, uh, I don't think I can show you. It's not coming up. Chrome X. Right. Bup. If I go on Stream Health, I wonder if I can show you that. I don't. If I click this button, I don't know what's gonna happen. Right. If I go on that, there we go. Yes, you can see it. My God. Um. Right. Oh my God, you can see all my other tabs. So fucking out. Right. I'm gonna close out of these. I was watching some other videos and on Reddit and whatnot. Right. Uh. So unprofessional. Right, bear me a second. I'm going to move over that and that. Right. So, please, can someone say if you can see our Trello or not? Like a whole bunch of columns and things. Like, obviously, such a scuff thing. Right, but yeah, this is sort of like our to-do list in a way. Um, I'm hoping you can see this fine. Awesome. So, current workflow is like the things we're currently working on. Then these are the three devs, so myself, Colton, and Kevin. This is all like our to-do list. So, mine's not looking too bad now because I've been working a lot of it. I'm 87 out of 98, but as you can see, my to-do list was 98 items. Colton's was 60 and Kevin's is 59. So, we have all these things. These are like all the things we've discussed to do like mage and range armors, Entrana bird, combusted chicken model, Firecape remodel, Elven models, gnome models, goblin mod, so much stuff. Things we've completed, so Monkey Madness, Monkey Madness consisted of 26 things for us to complete, one small favour. Armor models for collection log, which I've shown. God Wars rebuilt, like Easter eggs and things. Things like we've discussed but not sort of like done yet. I need, I need to revisit Tutorial Island, rework the clue scrolls, rework banking, thieving content, boss pets, tree remodel for wood cutting, wilderness bosses, so updating them, brimstone, like the brimstone chest in old school RuneScape where you kill Slayer mobs and you get keys to unlock a chest, effigies, mining guild, expansions and everything. Like we've done so much things we've seen on like other servers as well, which we've were like inspiration. I think this one's like Benevolent, the Neverwitcher server. Not a server. I think they're just sort of like a whatchamacallit, like a module you can play. They have like the quest and area things on the side of their panel. So yeah, things like that. I'm gonna go back onto the game now. So that is sort of like our roadmap, but it's it's difficult because like I don't know. It's the project's all about fun, so we don't try and make too much of a we try and not make it like a job because we all do it for free. We do it for fun. So when I feel like a gambling guy. So when the fun stops, you stop. So but yeah, it's that's the method. That's the thinking of it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just it's like this has turned into a Q&A now. So, I mean, I absolutely love all the questions. Please do, by God. But yeah, to whoever's watching, who asked about the whole day and night, like, look at that moon, man. This is why I love just. I think I want to try and explain this before I explain the moon. In that we've been developing for 14 years, and it to take into consideration like real life. You work all your life. You work for like 60 years, like 40 to 50 to 60 years, and then you retire and you enjoy all the pension that you've been working on to build up. Um, and like I'm in that zone at the moment. The project is filled so much with content. We've, like I keep saying it, 14 years we've been working on this, so much content. I just want to enjoy it now. Yeah, Xalaris is up there somewhere. So, um, yeah, so Bandos is in there. So, like I said, God Wars is the natural, content. You can get the Bandos chestplate. Um, Lockyer is maybe a high level armor. Yeah, Lockyer, are you there? I'll see if he's there. See if he's got one to show off. But yeah. I mean, I'm showing off really noob gear, but yeah, we do have some really awesome looking gear. If you saw me try do Knight Sword, you could see the white knights, and they looked really super in their armor. We recently updated the metal armors, and it looks so fucking cool. Yeah, there are torches and stuff for nighttime. So this thing I've got, the lantern bout, is for nighttime. Knowing Nights 2 and lights can be a bit finicky in that things start flickering if you have too many light sources, but yeah, you can light torches. So if I unequip this and say if it's like it's a bit dark behind this cave here. If I activate my tinderbox and light some oak logs, okay, I'm not the fire making level for them. If I use normal logs, it creates a fire itself. The better the logs, the brighter the light source and things like that. Yeah, so if I lit like a magic log, it would like keep it'll keep a fire in a light source there for ages, so you could see like things. Yeah, I've been running around. I need to get back into questing. I'm just gonna update questing and yapping, and so you have. So I was just updating the stream title, so there we go. So I'm this side of the world. What did I want to do? I wanted to do Monk's Friend because I think that's a very sort of like low level noob quest, and I think it's in the monastery here, where I am now. Yeah, back into questions. uh, yeah, it's. I want to explain because like I said, 40. It's going to be like the highlight of the whole stream is me saying 14 years, but these issues with the quests, it's I used to rag ourselves quite a bit in that like bugs happened. Like, we've been doing this for so long. Why do bugs exist? But then I look at old school RuneScape and like you've got a billion, worth of a company, over 200. Do you have cool gear to show on stream? Yeah, so you have like a company with like 200 employees, and then like Jagex really, the old school RuneScape, they release an update that, they release like a novice quest, then all of a sudden there's like a twisted bow spawning out the farming guild. So like we've got 3 people building literally RuneScape in a game that is not supposed to be an MMO. So I try not to rag ourselves with bugs. Bugs will always come. They're fixable. That's the main thing. So I just don't want to give the impression like, the server's massively buggy. Things happen. Ernest for chicken, things like that. I mean, sheep shearer isn't bugged. I just want to update it because it's an annoying thing. But yeah, it's like the Knight's Sword and Ernest for chicken. They're very recent things, so it's not like, you know, um, the game's fucking filled with bugs. Excuse my language. Bravo, mad. Uh, what is stuff? Sorry. What is stuff you guys made? What is? Okay. Yeah, I'm more than happy to sort of explain and show you. We can get through this. So, our philosophy for a while was we used a lot of placeholders. We don't want to try and recreate like literally everything. So like you see this chair and tables, that's Neverwinter Nights 2. These walls, floors, the monks themselves are like everything's Neverwinter Nights 2. Like we, as I was saying earlier, the fun of the project was like recreating RuneScape in another game, but not to the absolute minuscule detail. We're not like literally taking RuneScape assets and dumping it in Neverwinter Nights 2. Neverwinter Nights 2 has, you know, these walls are like, you know, nice detail. You know, they're like fucking HD realistic, you know, 4K graphics, but you know, they're nice, they do the job. So tables and chairs. But a lot of our custom models are mostly around, you know, the player. So the capes Neverwinter Nights 2, the armor and boots is Neverwinter Nights 2, the gloves, daggers, helmet, the amulet are Neverwinter Nights 2. Um, you know, things like that. It's we try and meet in the middle of like old school RuneScape and Neverwinter Nights 2, where we want like the retro look of like the daggers, the helmet, you know, the amulet and things like that. So it's not hyper realistic, but yeah. I mean, you might have seen it when I was around Ardoing with those mysterious statues of like uh, I think it's like the monkey's head or something. So we do have like building models as well. If I go Varrock, I mean we have like Lumbridge Castle models, so like really iconic places. Um, Sorry, I'm just reading this. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Gerald. Obviously, you know, please feel free to ask any questions if I've answered them before. Obviously, I'm like I said, professional yapper, so. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, dual wielding exists in RuneScape 3, but you need to keep in mind that we created this in 2012, so RuneScape 3 wasn't even a thing. So you know, um, it's like I say, it's a video I want to make because yeah, it's I want to do all the comparison. I mean, we've done comparisons in the past, but essentially we take things from both games. We primarily shift to old school RuneScape just because it's like more simple, but I'm a rogue, so the next armor I can actually unlock is it's in the defense actually. Um, where is it? I thought maybe it is in the range. Yeah, it is. So you know we've got Carapace, which is a RuneScape 3. I think the wizards have like you know the Impied, Spider Silk, Batwing, things like that. Um, yeah, it's yeah. We take from both games. Neverwinter Nights 2. It's I keep trying to think of ways to explain this, but like like yeah, Neverwinter Nights 2, you know, it's a game itself. It has its own campaigns, there's other servers. We are literally just recreating RuneScape in Neverwinter Nights 2. So it's not a separate game. So the mechanics of Neverwinter Nights 2 heavily exist within this server. Think of it as like recreating RuneScape in Minecraft. Minecraft is the game itself. You have the blocks still. You have how you know Minecraft works. So yeah, hopefully that explains it. I'm happy to go in more depth if I didn't do a good job of it. So yeah. Right, Monk's friend, back to question. But yeah, honestly to God, ask any questions you want. A professional yapper. I need to talk. So um, I have offered to help Brother Omad on returning a child's blanket to one of the monk's sons so that he could get some sleep. Yeah, I used to play. I say I used to play. I think it was called Mindscape, which was the RuneScape recreated in Minecraft. And I was doing the project at the time, and I mean I've played modded Minecraft servers before. I have nothing against like that Mindscape thing. They did a really good job, but I don't think they did it on a one-to-one scale. So like you'd enter like Lumbridge Church, and like it would be massive. And I think they had like a lot of custom content. So I remember on Tutorial Island they had like some like Japanese trees on Tutorial Island that needed like 90 wood cutting, and like I remember talking to another player who had like 6,000 tuna. You know, I think I was fishing, and you get like resources so fast. And I think, please, if anyone's played it, correct me if I'm wrong. There was like King Black Dragon, like a static model, just like flying above Lumbridge. So I liked it, but the scaling felt off, and it didn't feel like RuneScape in a way. It felt very bloated, like you know, Minecraft's first person, so it felt like you were in an ant walking around like these massive cities and buildings and things like that. So yeah. A secret cave can only be found in a ring of stones not far from here. So I'm going to say it is this. Yeah, the PC gamer, like that literally kick-started us with Jagex. Do I say it? I don't know. To be fair, I don't even think Jagex. I literally don't think Jagex thinks we even exist anymore. The J mods we dealt with at Jagex. Sorry, I'm trying to think. This place is like dangerous. I'm trying to not die. Um, yeah, it's the people we dealt with at Jagex no longer work there, and I don't think they even know we exist. So you know, but we, like I said, we still have a contract. But yeah, we used to reach out to Jagex quite a bit. Um, have I gone in the right place? What am I thinking? Or is it at the end of this hallway? Yeah, it is. It's a hidden door. Oh no, it's not hidden. It's right there. Um, yeah, we what was it? It was 2015? No, 2016. I want to say. Um, yeah, it was 2015, and it was like. Sorry, I've tried to think of what I want to say. It was 2015, and whatchamacallit, I can't think for the life of me. We were reaching out to Jaggets because we were getting quite big and we didn't want to be shut down. So we wanted to see what we were doing was sort of like legal. And then we didn't get much response. I mean, we got responses, but it was very like, oh yeah, we will respond to this next week. Then next week comes and nothing happened. So we were doing a lot of chasing. But then PC Gamer, I remember, to be fair, PC Gamer was a lot better back in the day. And they wrote an article saying, oh, we want to if you know anything about MMOs, contact us. So I wrote them an email saying, look, we're recreating this MMO in another game, and I forget his name, Steve or something. He tested the project for a week, and then he wrote an article on it. And then yeah, he published the article as you I don't know, you probably just saw Gerald. And then I think they reached out to Jagex on our behalf, and then Jagex sort of like responded to us instantly, invited us to their headquarters. Colton flew over from America. We spent the week together. Went to Jagex's HQ. I mean, we have a video on it somewhere. I'll see if I can find it. It's quite quite an old video now, I want to say. Um, oh my god, I'm scrolling through so many of our videos, and I thought it was a lot sooner than I thought. I guess not. Bear me a second. Popular 'Cause it's got my bloody mug on the front of it, I think. So I can't see it. Where are you? Interview. There you are. Jagex interview. 6,000 views. Yeah, that was our interview on it. There we go. What quest I'm doing now is Monk's Friend. Yeah, that's it. I need to go in here. Okay, they are deadly. Oh shit, he's coming after me already. Right, I think I can sneak this. As a rogue, I'm good at sneaking. Right, I'll wait 5 seconds. There we go. So you can sneak past them. Laundry. Hopefully, if I interact with this, it doesn't... You search for laundry and find a child's blanket. Take. Nice. So yeah, you do have that sneak as well, which is nice. Right, why don't I just close that door? There we go. Right, running away now. I think that was it. No, I think there's a second part to the quest as well, which I need to like throw throw like water over a monk or something. But yeah. Yeah, touring Jagex was like fucking amazing. We saw everything, saw things probably not a lot of, people have seen ever at all. Can't say a lot because we're under NDA. But like their unfinished projects or things they worked on but never come to fruition. But talking to the J mods as well, it was like really nice. A lot of J mods were sort of very passionate about RuneScape, which was nice. I was just talking about this earlier, but this is one of our recent models, our own, As you can see, it's that like mysterious statue from RuneScape, which points towards Intrana, I want to say. But yeah. Yeah, I remember talking to Mod Mark, and we were talking about... so we have custom content, but it's very lore friendly. We try and it's 100% lore friendly. We don't do it overboard like custom trees or things like that, or like something really overblown. One of the last videos I just published was Scheme of Schematics, which is a custom quest, but it's based off of Perils of Ice Mountain, where you like smith pickaxes and things like that. So it's like very lore friendly custom content. And one of the things we have in Edgeville is like the undead are attacking Edgeville and things like that, and you can join up to like defend the wall, sort of like defend the Edgeville border. And we were talking to Mod Mark about it, and he was like saying that they actually had something planned like that in RuneScape as well, but they never ended up working on it. So it's like, what do you mean? I just spoke to him. Hello, how are you? Oh yeah, I gotta talk to him again. I thought it was another bug quest. They collect wine. Okay. Where should I look? Yeah, I think he's like literally right outside the door. Not right outside, but just north of the area slightly. But yeah, it's like I know Mud Mark only recently left. Oh, sorry. It's so that lag spike. It's not a lag. It's not a lag spike. It's an issue with Neverwinter Nights 2. Enhanced Edition does fix it. So it's like if I move the camera too fast, it like skips now and then. The movement, it's like yeah, it's an issue with Neverwinter Nights 2, and sadly not something we can fix. But it is fixed in Enhanced Edition. So if we were to ever sort of transition over to Enhanced Edition, it does get fixed then. I like Enhanced Edition because it is a lot smoother, but yeah, it's one of the things I don't like. But yeah, it's, I mean, I think that's what you're on about regarding, you know, the whole getting moved back, but yeah, it's one of the things I say is if you're in the, you know, open, use WASD. WASD by no means its two default standards, especially on multiplayer, can be a bit funky. So clicking to move is always stable, but I like WASD. So I think you can also like hold your mouse and like your character goes towards the arrow, which is like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone play like that, but it's weird. Yeah. Hopefully that's what you're on about. So I really pronounce your name. Guide-Gessi 5508. My apologies, honestly. If there's a name I can call you, then please let me know. Or how to pronounce it. Right, jug of water. I do not have a jug, but there's a general store in Ardoing, so that should be alright. To get a jug, and I've got buckets of water. Guide, Jide Roos Gessi. So, yeah. I think the general store's just around here. Yeah, the adventuring supplies. I think YouTube, like when I've joined other people's streams and spoke to them, I think our names like Molior RS, people always struggle with that. It's like Moro, or yeah, things like that. So I think people just call us Runescape, which is odd. He doesn't sell a jug. Where am I thinking? General store. Jug. Jug. Oh my god, I come all this way for a jug and I can't. Come all this way for a quest, and I need to find a general store now. So yeah, so that lag when you load into, you may have seen just there, that is when you load into sort of like an area and all the NPCs are spawning. So it's like a tiny little lag spike. One of the cool things I want to show off here is we have player-owned houses, but they are literally like, you can own this house in Ardoing. This one costs $250,000 gold, so this is like the ultimate best player-owned house you can have. And as you can see, it's like protected. You've got a fence, hedges, and all that. You can climb on the roof. So, pardon me, just coughing. You know, if you bought that, that would be your house. So you could have like a statue with your name, and other people could see it and things like that. So it's not like RuneScape where everything's portals and you know, instances. Player-owned houses, you actually own sort of like the actual house you see. Right, jug. I'm trying to think now. I don't think I've got a jug on me. This was on about saying earlier, you know, I was buying all these items ahead of time. And I don't have a jug. And obviously this is where a world map would be handy, because I'm trying to think of... I know what I do. I'll just head back to Lumbridge. Show you Lumbridge Castle model then. What are our custom models? I think I'll probably be streaming for about 10 more minutes, and I'll probably call it there. Only because I've been talking for 2 hours. I started to stream without a microphone. I thought, you know, it might not be so much fun, interest, you know, to watch without someone talking, but I'm glad I spoke now, because it's a lot of interesting questions, and I've enjoyed yapping, so... Right, do you sell a jug? You do. There we go, empty jug. Right. Bucket of water. Fill up my jug with it. There we go. Bloody... typical monk wanting a, you know, jug of water instead of like a bucket of water. Gotta be precise. I think, yeah, that's what you wanted. Yeah, he wanted a jug of water, so I think it's a quick run over. Yeah, I guess it's. I know in RuneScape you like that. I think we can set it up to do that, but I think it's a lot more complex. So we try to keep it a bit simple with the graphical user interfaces. I think when we first developed skills many years ago, you could like double click the tinderbox, then click it on logs within your event. I mean, what am I saying? You do that now. If I move some items around, hold on. Where's my tinderbox gone? There it is. So yeah, I can actually click it on there. We haven't done it with all items. In theory, we need to, but there's a lot of coding behind that, so we sort of opted for the more, activate a knife. I don't know how to describe it. So, say if I was using a knife, or, okay, in this example, a bucket of water, we felt it would be more appropriate to say, you have a bucket of water, if you activate it, these are all the things you can use a bucket of water on. So, like, soggy bread, I'm not doing recipe for disaster, but you know that exists. So when you eventually come to need soggy bread, you know it's there, because you're using this interface all the time. Whereas if we had it like, you just click a bucket of water, my inventory is filled with items. We would have to code it so there's like some, I don't know, like, if I used a bucket of water on a beer, we would need to code like a response to that, or like everything but wheat or something. A pot of flour, it provides nothing interesting happens like RuneScape does. So yeah, we sort of opted for that method because we to try and explain it is we try and not be as hardcore as old school RuneScape. We're very casual. We essentially don't want people to be replaying RuneScape in this project, which sounds absolutely stupid because we are, recreating RuneScape. But we don't want it's our skills are boosted by 3 times XP rates. Things are more casual, more relaxed. We want that vibe. So yeah, hopefully that sort of explains it. Where if I think I've got a knife in my inventory. Like, instead of me like clicking on a knife and trying to use it on like every log, this brings up the whole fletching menu. So you can see I've got basic arrows, I can make ogre, shafts, you can see what I need for them, oak, willow, teak, bark, maple, mahogany, yew, magic, and miscellaneous. So, I can make lemon slices, lime slices, orange slices, red banana slices, which is part of, recipe for disaster, young strong liar someone mentioned earlier, everything like that. So hopefully that sort of answers why we've done that way. Yes, I'd like to charter on your ship. Port Khazard, yeah, 'cause that's near where I want to go. Banks do exist. They're a bit of a decluttering thing. So to explain it, a lot of our items stack. As again, with the theme with casual, play, we don't want people like, say for example, if I was fishing salmon, we don't want people fishing salmon for like, 2 minutes, running to a bank, running back, doing that whole back and forth. You can just chill at a fishing spot until, you get, like 70 salmon, for example. So items do stack, fish, logs, everything, it all stacks. Banks are more for like if you want to declutter. So you see my inventory is getting quite full at the moment, so I would actually need to go to my bank just to get like, I don't need an amulet of accuracy, I don't need bread, cooked chicken. I would put them in bank just so, if I ever do need them. There's a ninja implink there and the magpie implink, so we have hunter and things like that. These are all the things you can hunt as well. So we have like such a diverse amount of like content in the project. Years ago, like Rune Armor was the best, but now we have like God Wars and things like that. So yeah, trying to find this monk. So I'll probably wrap up the stream once I've finished this quest. So please do get your questions in. There's a link in the description where if you want to join our Discord, chat more, ask questions, find our progress, learn how to play, things like that, please do join our Discord. Link is in the description. Or subscribe, you know. I really enjoyed the stream. Oh, why are you not working? I've got a jug of water. Wait, do I? Where have you gone? What? Ah, that's not working. Oh my god, that's so iconic. The last quest. So something's happened with the bucket GUI, it seems, where it's everything's giving a, but apart from clay, everything seems to be giving a bucket of water. I'm gonna test one thing, then I'm gonna end it there. Because I think like fountains work off a different water source. Hello, Croaky. You are joining us at the end of the stream, but thank you for sort of joining. Right, I just want to check the fountain because I'm sure it's a different UI. I don't know if it is or not. Let me buy another jug. I just want to see. But yeah, that's something I'd want to do. Unfortunately, you can't jump. Everything. I don't know the gaming terminology for it. Everything is on a x-axis basis, so you can't jump over fences. You know, there's no. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. You can't stack on top of each other, things like that. So. I mean, you may. I don't know if anyone's played Smite where you can jump, but like, there's no point jumping in Smite. Yeah, we run a 24 hours server. So as long as you had, you know, as long as you have Never Nights 2, you can hop on the server and play. We don't charge anything. We are free to play. You can access every content we own. So yeah, that's give me the correct one. It seems like our bucket of water is a bit bugged at the moment. Which is I mean, I'll look into that, so try and resolve that. I just want to see if that resolves a dough then. No. I can't use that on a pot of flour. I'll type it because there's a few versions of it. Vanilla, not enhanced edition. So as long as you have that game, you can play our project. We're a very large project, as I've been saying, 14 years. So you will have to download like a good amount of files. I think it's like 30 to 40 gigabytes. We are because we're just so much stuff to do. If you ever join our Discord, you know, we don't have a massive player base, but it's something we're trying to build on with, you know, streaming and advertising more. Not advertising more, you know, like streaming and making videos showing off more. If you look at our updates in our Discord, you see we're doing updates like every single month for like 10 years. So we're not, in a nice way, you know, I know what the owner of the project, you know, we're developing it, but we're not dead, you know. We're always actively developing it. So yeah, I mean, we've done so much content now, it's sort of difficult to actually figure out what content to do next. So as I said earlier, I'm literally just playing it. I'm enjoying the project. Like, I think my Steam stats on the game is like I have 11,000 hours like developing in like 2,000 hours in the actual game itself. So like, I just want to play it now, you know, enjoy it. Bug fixing, yeah, I'll always do. If there's like the odd thing here or there which I might add, like I want to work on next is like the game's ultimate final boss. That's something I'd like to do. But then after that, it's like, my God, you know, where's the end of the line? Like, Fremenic Isles for the Helm of Nate is not? Things like that, yeah, maybe, but it's like, you know, there's so much content that I just want to play it. Yeah, so I'd like to charter a ship, so back to Port Khazard. So, I mean, as you can see over there, we've got the Elven lands in Port Tyus. So, hopefully, I'll eventually be questing enough to actually show you that. You know, right. Back over to... Oop. So yeah, that little lag there is NPCs spawning in the area. It's something I'm improving on that many years ago we had everything on a spawner, but then it creates that like lag spike when you sort of load into an area, and not everything needs to be on a spawner. So as I reduce the amount of people on a spawner, that lag spike sort of reduces, which is nice. Sorry, Pie Flames. Yeah, it's maybe something. Community mods out there, you can actually swim. So it'd be nice if you could actually like swim across to Ardoing and things like that. But you know, there's a lot of goofy things, and jumping, yeah, might be good. You know, I like, you know, I know it's a video game, but you feel a bit grounded when you can't jump in games. So like Smite, you can jump in Smite, but you know, you can't do anything. You know, you can't jump over anything, but it's just nice to be able to jump. Right, he needs help with his cart. Excellent, I just need some wood, some plain logs, or a basic plank. Okay, I can fix that. Skills, literally, the best way I can describe skills is they practically work the same as old school RuneScape. I can't remember if I've actually done a video on it or not. I don't think I have. But yeah, it's woodcutting. We use like stumps and like dead trees and things like that to represent woodcutting. But yeah, you click it, your character's woodcutter. As you can see, you've got the old nice RuneScape classic skilling icon above your name, just to see what other players are actually doing. I mean, obviously I'm chopping a tree, oak tree, but yeah, you know, I'm getting XP. I'm getting logs. As I mentioned earlier, resources stack, so all my oak logs stack in one slot. We've got a nice progress bar to see how long, because I'm using a rune axe, I'm 5 out of 10 efficiency. So yeah, it eventually depletes. Like I said, we're more casual, so like you're not clicking oak trees all the time. And you know, swapping between. There's a dead tree here, so this is like level 1 wood cutting. So if I chop that, you know, I think old school RuneScape's changed it, where it used to be 1 log per tree, but now it's like a few. Yeah, Colton's just explained it as well. So never-ending to-do lists. So yeah, same. I was actually perfect because I did need to actually chop some logs for the quest. So a bunch of logs. So yeah, I've got some logs now. But yeah, hard Cree VODs. The best answer I can say is exactly like RuneScape. Slayer works the same. Equip a Slayer helm, you get damage bonuses against Slayer creatures you're tasked on. Fishing and cooking work all the same. Prayer we recently updated, so it drains the same, things like that. Yeah, skill guys I'll show you in a minute. I've shown them off a few times, but so like wood cutting, you know, dead tree, bronze axes, iron axes, oak stumps. We have some custom content which I've highlighted, so we've got like enriched sort of trees. They exist within the woodcutting guild. Fishing, you know, you got your shrimp, karambwanji, herring, cod, pike, salmon, tuna, lobster, bass, swordfish, monkfish, crumb, shark, sea turtles, manta rays, cavefish, rocktail. So we take combinations from both RuneScape 3 and old school RuneScape. So I think RuneScape 3 is rocktails, and old school RuneScape is anglerfish. Crafting, you've got all the hides, the imp hide, silk hide from RuneScape 3, dragon hides, glass blowing, jewelry making, I think all the way up to onyx. Skill capes we have, rune crafting, we've tweaked them a few bits here and there, so we wanted lore runes to be more accessible, so they're more low level, whereas I think they're like level 53 in RuneScape, and same with like blood runes and death runes, they're more low level to be accessible. Only because my first ever character I made was a wizard, and I had to get death runes, and like you needed like Morning's End Part 2, which we don't have in 65 rune crafting, but I was like a low level needing death runes, and like it was so impossible to get, so we tweaked it slightly. Yeah, combat I've shown, the weapons, adamant, rune, granite, again some custom kind of like Scorpia Sting, which drops from Scorpia, dragon, obsidian, barrows, staff of light, abyssal whip, things like that. Talking about slay, you got homunculus. I think homunculus are like our version of crawling hand, because we didn't have a crawling hand model. So, but, rock slugs, banshees, cockatrice, bloodvouds, jelly, cave horrors, for the black mask, dust devils, wyverns, gargoyles, abyssal demons, frost dragons, ice strike worms, and lava strike worms. Slayer rewards. You can even get the bloody Zuckhelms as well, Slayer Masters. These are all the prayers as well. I'm level 10 prayer, so I can't actually do anything. All the quests, I think. But yeah, that's hopefully that's showed you, or gave insight on how quests work. So yeah, I'm gonna try finish this quest now, then I'll end stream. So any last questions? Like I said, please get them in, and then yeah, I think I'll definitely stream again, maybe tomorrow night. Honestly, I thought I was just gonna, as I said, I started a stream about a microphone, and I thought, my God, I'm probably gonna do like 10 minutes of this and end it. So, but no, honestly, thank you all for joining. I'm not a streamer. Yeah, it's been fun talking. Now we can party. I think he gives me. Hey, we're dancing. Look at that one. Ah. I need to screenshot that because it's part of my video of completing quests. There we go. So you can see we got the nice quest pop up. So 2000 woodcutting XP and 8 lore runes. So, ooh, let me get rid of that. What are the spells on the spell book? So this is sort of like, yeah, your pocket spell book. To best explain this, wizards, so the class wizards are a bit in a rough spot because of how their spells work. So I'm just going to move out of the game so I can hear myself talk voices. Like, yeah, wizards, they have the damage spells, so like firebolt, airstrike, things like that. Whereas every player has this spell book here. How it works is where spells are in RuneScape, to teleport to Varrock you need level 25 magic. Because magic combat skills don't really exist within our project, they exist within the class themselves. That's why you see lots of like attack, strength, defense, range, magic, and HP are sort of like blank, because they are actually your combat skill. Yeah, so yeah, similar to Baldur's Gate 3, as you level up a wizard, so I'm a level 7 rogue, so if I was a level 7 wizard, I think I then have access to sort of like the blast spells. So that's how it works within that. But for every class to access sort of like teleports and enchanting, we moved all of these sort of spells onto the rune crafting skill. So as you can see, you know, rune crafting, you craft runes anyway, but then you know you've got the multiple runes as well. But then, so in Runescape, obviously you have level 25 to teleport to Varrock with magic. It's actually rune crafting. So yeah, that's sort of like a custom change we've done on our end, just so that everyone can have access to teleports and not be a wizard, you know. So yeah, you can always go up to Apertol and enchant and things like that. Superheat item, we don't have because it's greyed out yet. Bones to Peaches, I don't think that was actually included or not. Absolutely not, lol. No. Funny enough, if you're a WoW player, we actually I'm friends with the guy who's recreating RuneScape in WoW. World of Wowscape, I want to say. Oh god, I'll say with friends, I can't name the project off the top of my head. But yeah, no, it's essentially lol. We're a fan-made project in another game. We're not pay to win. As long as you have Neverwinter Nights 2, you can play the server for free. All of our content we release is for free. We charge nothing at all. We literally do this for fun. Yeah, we don't make money from it. I mean, people can donate money if they want to our Patreon, but that's to like upkeep costs and things like that. But yeah, as I was saying, rune crafting is tied to spells, so telegrab. We have some other things as well, like mass telegrab. Yeah, this is our mod. I'm the creator of it, but there's other developers as well, so it's not just me. Yeah, I was just doing some quests. I was saying, you know, we've been developing this for 14 years, so I just want to have fun and actually play it, so I've been doing that. So yeah, telegrab is when, like, if I drop shrimp there, I don't think I've got the level for it. Like, I can then, you know, telegrab the item, but yeah, I don't have the skills to do it. Mass telegrab is when, if you are killing like a whole bunch of sort of like it, Gerald. Mass telegrab is like if I was on a Slayer task and I was killing gargoyles, so instead of me like looting every loot bag they've dropped, I can click that and it sort of like auto loots everything around me. It is a high level spell though. It takes 85 rune crafting. We have the low alchemy and high alchemy, but mass alchemy is like yeah, it's like an area loot, but based on a skill. My god, Gaiad, you've, you know, summarised that best as I could. Yeah, it's like an area loot from RuneScape 3, but tied to a spell. Mass alchemy is like, as you can see, I've got 600 maple longbows, so rather than me like clicking on the longbow, going back and forth, mass alchemy it alchs over time. So from RuneScape 3, think of like the alchemy invention machine, but it's sort of with you alch on the spot all those items over time. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as that now. You know, thank you all for the questions. Honestly, really loved it. Professional yapper, loves yapping. Please, as I said, if you want to ask any more or find out about the project, please join the Discord. We're always there, happy to help and all that. So I will definitely most likely stream tomorrow. I just want to continue progressing this character, and honestly I had so much fun answering all the questions, so I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you all next time. God, I'm ending the stream like I'm ending a video, so thank you and goodbye.